just ruling out Chris Lamons, and we're going to rule out JT for the game.
Will Anthony Richardson start?
He will be ready to roll, yes.
What did you see from him this week? I mean, they took all the snaps I assume this week, so that's
he looked good,
different.
man. He was throwing crisp passes. He was great in the pocket. Got out, moved him around, ran a lot. So he looked really good.
Buckner, any closer?
Buckner's really close. Optimistic for next week opening that window.
JT, was injured reserve a possibility at the beginning of this? Or?
No.
Is he closer? He's told us he was close and hoping to practice, but we haven't seen him practice.
Yeah, he's
so.
very close. I'll say that. He's very close.
Shane, when you sign a running back who spent time with that opponent, does that help you at all in a week?
Maybe.
With Taylor, he's missing 3 games, so is it just you weren't sure if he was going to miss that long or miss the 4th game just with regard to injured reserve?
Correct. Yeah. I will say this, I do want to give a shout out to Dallas Clark, obviously going into the Ring of Honor. I know a lot of our alumni are coming back this weekend. Exciting time in Indy, so fired up for him. Got a chance to meet him a few times, and it'll be great to see a lot of the former players back in the building on Sunday.
The last time we saw Anthony in that Steelers game, I think you even said like he was on fire. And those 2-3 weeks ago, how can you carry anything over from that?
Absolutely. I think the preparation piece, you guys hear me talk about it all the time, but he prepared his tail off this week. He was ready to go. Preparation part, meetings, practice. He was great in practice all week, so excited to get him back out there.
He actually mentioned, when we asked him about that Steelers game the other day, he said that he thought he had the best preparation that he had so far. What does that look like, I guess, in layman's terms?
It's just the consistency of putting in the work, putting in the hours, your off days, outside the building, going through, the scripts, the call sheet, and then putting in that, the rehab work, everything, getting that stuff done, treatment, just being on it consistently all the time.
Do you feel like those turnover issues in September have been cleaned up? I know Pittsburgh was just a quarter, but did you feel like that had been cleaned up with them?
Yeah, like I said, Kelsey was playing really good ball in that Pittsburgh game, so we got to continue that. Let's get that trend going right back, at the start of the game against Miami. It'd be great.
Will Malcolm Jr. play?
Yeah, he'll be out there.
Is there any difference preparing for somebody coming off a bye?
It's a good question. I think, they got time to study, so you got to be ready for that, and they got rest time as well. But we got to have our same preparation going into it. Obviously, they get more time to prepare for us, but our mindset's got to be the same.
You kind of maybe be prepared for wrinkles more so than you otherwise would be?
Yeah, absolutely, possibly, for sure, especially early in the game, you know what I mean? You got to be ready for anything.
Obviously, you guys don't get the rest until December. Do you do anything staff-wise without a bye week, like self-scout yourself earlier in the year or anything like that?
Yeah, we always have self-scout operations. Obviously, on a Monday afternoon, Monday evening, we always go through stuff, just kind of what our tendencies are. Obviously, the bye week's a big week for that, but we do that each week, looking at it.
I was talking to some of the practice squad guys. Like, how much do you think it takes to play your whole life, be the man wherever you came from, and still chase, I guess, this dream, even if you know you kind of dream you're going to play on Sunday?
I think it's just putting in the work. I think at times, right, for young players, you get in the league, practice squad guys, and you got to just keep working, right? You got the dream, right, and you got to keep working, and at some point, right, it'll click, and you get your opportunity, and someone goes down, and you get called up and go make plays. I've been around those guys. I was around a guy like Dontrell Inman, who played Canadian football for so long. We brought him in for a workout. Guy went down, and he became a hell of a player for us at the Chargers. So it happens, but you got to keep grinding at it for sure.